written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New York Giants. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And Lauer's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. To Barkley on the check down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So the myth has been shattered. every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. 63 yards, and the Ravens are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any...
It's caught inside the 25. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Barkley, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in front Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 8 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, you knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get him. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? Number 1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. 4th down. Here's Jackson. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. One final try now for Manning. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now Jones. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 70 yards. And the Ravens are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Manning now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. And that is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cup.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Madden. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, that's the kick starter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise, because we know OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Manning now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Manning now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Manning rolling to his left. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So that one will be accepted. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. shotgun now for Manning. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. On third down. That's Edwards. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprise. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck was...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now Manning. And this this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on fourth down, but they're going once more. Buying time. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alec Ogletree able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game. That punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
It's a gain of 5. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard with time running out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gun! All right, here we go.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.